If you thought the summer I turned pretty was officially over, think again, because the story you thought ended at Cousins Beach is quietly gearing up for one more chapter. And this time, it's happening on the big screen. Yes, Belly's journey isn't finished yet, and the surprise announcement has sent fans into a whirlwind. But what's coming next might be even bigger than anyone expected. The creator herself, Jenny Han, has now confirmed that Belly's final chapter will be told through a full-length movie. And the moment that news dropped, the entire fandom lit up with excitement, confusion, and 1,000 questions. When is it coming out? What's it about? Will the cast return? And the biggest one, will this movie finally give Belly and Conrad the ending fans have waited years to see? We finally have answers. Not all the answers, but enough to piece together a picture and enough to keep the entire fandom buzzing until the movie arrives. And trust me, some of these details might surprise you. The most important update came straight from Jenny Han herself during a recent interview, where she appeared alongside the cast. In that conversation, she revealed something major. She's not only involved, she's directing the movie and co-writing it with Sarah Kuksurka, who helped run the show. That means this finale isn't just another adaptation, it's personal. It's intentional, and it's coming straight from the person who built Belly's world from the very beginning. But before fans could even start celebrating, Han made something very clear. When someone asked if the movie might arrive in 2026 or even 2027, she didn't sugarcoat the truth. It's still a little too soon to say, she admitted. And then came the line that instantly crushed thousands of hopes. Not next year. So just like that, the 2026 dream faded, but don't worry, there's still a timeline we can work with. Han confirmed that the movie is still early in development. She and Sarah have finished a draft, but there's still a long road ahead. Realistically, that puts the earliest possible release window at 2027, and while that sounds far away, it actually makes complete sense. Jenny Han has always taken her time with this story. The show wasn't just pretty scenery and romantic triangles, it was careful, emotional, and layered. Rushing the ending wouldn't do justice to the characters or to the fans who followed them for years. This isn't just a finale, it's a goodbye. And a goodbye deserves more than a rushed production schedule. Plus, there's another factor no one can ignore. The cast is now in high demand. Since the show blew up, everyone from Lola Tung to Christopher Briney to Gavin Casaleggno has been picking up major roles in film and TV. Their schedules are filling fast. Bringing all of them together for a movie is a puzzle that has to be solved with careful timing. So yes, the wait is long, but the payoff could be worth every minute. Now the real question everyone wants answered: what is this movie actually about? Jenny Han dropped a small hint through the official announcement. There is another big milestone left in Belly's journey, and that simple sentence instantly reopened one of the most important parts of the original book trilogy, because if you've read the books, you already know what that big milestone likely is. A wedding. Belly and Conrad's wedding. In the final pages of Jenny Han's book series, there's a short epilogue only 4 pages long that reveals that Belly and Conrad eventually get married. It's the moment that ties their years-long love story together. The moment the show has been building towards since season 1. And now, instead of burying it in a rushed epilogue or tagging it onto the finale, Han is giving that moment an entire movie. Think about that. Instead of a quick reveal at the end of season 3, we're getting a whole film dedicated to that chapter of their lives. That means time for emotion, time for build-up, time for real moments, not just a montage. And honestly, it's perfect. The season 3 finale gave fans the emotional payoff they'd been waiting for. Belly chose Conrad. After years of tension, heartbreak, hesitation, and second chances, they finally reunited. We saw them reconnect in Paris. We saw them walk the beach at Cousins as older, more grounded versions of themselves. And we saw the spark that started their whole story finally return. It felt like a full circle moment. But anyone who read the books knew it wasn't the final full circle. There was still one more step, one more milestone, one more promise to be fulfilled. Turning that into a feature film gives it the space it deserves. And while a lot of the conversation revolves around Conrad and Belly, the movie won't just be about their romance. Jenny Han's stories have always gone deeper than just love triangles. This movie could explore what adulthood looks like for these characters. Their careers, their families, their fears, their future. It could explore how Jeremiah moves on, grows, and finds peace after everything. Because his journey has always mattered too. His heartbreak, his healing, his identity outside of the triangle. Fans also expect to see familiar faces return. Laurel, Steven, and even Susanna through memories or flashbacks shape Belly's world. Leaving them out would feel incomplete. The story has always been about love, family, loss, and growing up. Belly never lived in a world defined solely by which Fisher brother held her heart. It was the entire ecosystem of relationships around her that shaped who she became. And that's why this movie is so important. It's not a bonus episode. It's not a rushed epilogue. It's a farewell. A cinematic goodbye to the characters that defined summers for millions of fans. Jenny Han even shared how grateful she is to have the chance to tell this final chapter properly. So many shows end abruptly or get cancelled before their stories are finished. But The Summer I Turned Pretty is getting something rare, a complete ending. A final bow. A chance to wrap things up the right way. And if Han keeps the tone that made the show so special, the warm nostalgia, the soft heartbreak, the coastal aesthetic, the coming-of-age energy, the movie could easily become one of the most memorable romantic finales of this generation. You know it's going to have the kind of soundtrack that hits you straight in the chest. You know it's going to blend joy with bittersweet moments. And you know it's going to make fans cry, laugh, remember their own summers, and feel something real. Yes, the wait until 2027 feels long right now. But endings like this aren't meant to be rushed. And honestly, if this really is the final chapter of Belly's story, it should be as close to perfect as possible. Jenny Han has already proven she knows how to close out a story. To All the Boys I've Loved Before ended beautifully. And her work on The Summer I Turned Pretty has only grown richer, deeper, and more emotional over time. She understands this world. She understands these characters. And she understands the fans. So if it takes a little longer to bring this movie to life, then it's simply more time to prepare for the ending we've been waiting for since the very first book. The show may be over, but there's still one more summer ahead. One more chapter that could bring everything together. One more moment that might finally give Belly and Conrad the closure and beginning they deserve. And until that movie arrives, fans can hold on to that hope. The story isn't finished yet. Not until the last page turns. Not until the final milestone is reached. And not until we get to see the ending that has been waiting in the books for years. One last summer. One last chapter. One final goodbye. And that's everything we know so far. More updates will come. But for now, all we can do is wait and look forward to the ending we've been dreaming of since the beginning.